识破，一招识破。
English language players on YouTube don't seem to play as aggressive as Chinese players, and I suspect it's due to the translation of Resolute Counterflow. The original Chinese name for this ability, 识破, when taken apart into two words, 识 is recognizing something, while 破 is break. It kinda can be translated as seen through, and depending on context, it's probably accurate. The English translation did write that in the paragraph, but in context, that kinda loses half the meaning since seeing through something doesn't mean that you will break it. As for the English name, Resolute Counterflow just sounds like a name. Like, yeah, there is a counter in the name, but it isn't exactly obvious that you will break the enemy's attack. So you might be wondering why they are so insistent on using the word resolute. Journey to the West is influenced by Taoist folklore and teachings, among other influences. For example, Sun Wukong is born from a rock which received yin and yang energy from the earth and sun, and the foundational work on Taoism is the classic text, Tao Te Jing. At least from looking at random translations, especially in chapter 30, there are more than a few mentions of the word resolute. The core principle of Taoism revolves around Wu Wei, which is stupidly hard to translate and has various schools of thoughts to what it really means, but in a nutshell, it's sort of going with the flow with great awareness of the world, so you can be flexible and best respond to the world without trying to force things to happen. Or, as explained by Master Wu Gui,
quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. My old friend, the panda will never fulfill his destiny, nor you yours, until you let go of the illusion of control.
In the Chinese text for 识破, the second paragraph where it says, see through incoming enemy attacks, the words used for Chinese is 化解攻击, which can be understood as neutralize attack. Or if we were to break the words down further, it's 化, meaning to change, 解, meaning to understand, and 攻击, which is attack. So to change and understand and attack, you can sort of see the concept of Wu Wei in this wording here. When you put all this together, see through is actually not a bad translation. But it is a different language with a different history. The English translation made sense and retained the flavour of Taoism, but in my opinion also lost the more readable and easily understandable parry or deflect attack. And 化解 or neutralizing attacks, well, think about what a Chinese Kung Fu fight scene looks like. They are usually exchanging blows and neutralizing attacks, although they also occasionally dodge. In adaptations for Journey to the West, fight scenes are also generally like that. It's not very Souls-like where you dodge and roll before looking for an opportunity to attack. If someone is immersed in Chinese media, I think the default fighting style that comes to mind is one where a lot of blows are exchanged and neutralized. I mean, is the fighting style of the 斗战胜佛, the victorious fighting Buddha, really one where dodges are prioritized more than blocking and counter-attacking? I may be wrong on English language players not playing aggressive enough, but if you're currently dodging more than sticking to enemies and hitting them, maybe consider at least expanding your playstyle. Black Myth Wukong gives you a lot of rest points. Maybe we should use the advantages from that by changing skill builds and using resources like health and mana more liberally. Anyway, to explain how this Resolute Strike works, as long as you have a focus point available and use a heavy attack after a light attack, you will consume one focus point to make this white glowing heavy attack. And if the enemy strikes you during this duration, it will turn red and you neutralize that damage while continuing the attack. So as long as you can keep your focus points up and know the enemy attack timings, it opens up aggressive options a lot. I'll be making a series of videos on Black Myth Wukong, hopefully going deeper into the lore than most lore summary channels. The next will probably be about Wukong's Western name, Monkey King, and why you shouldn't call him that. But it might take a while.